Hi everyone, I am Hussein and this is News Distillate, your go-to source for daily news updates, where we will provide you with the news you need in a concise and efficient manner. And now, let's get started with our first news with my co-host Emma.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Hussein. My name is Emma, and I'm here to bring you the news. Our sources have reported that North Korea has recently notified Japan that they plan to launch a satellite in the coming days. This could be an attempt to put their first military reconnaissance satellite into orbit. The Japanese Coast Guard was the recipient of this notice, which said that the launch window was from May 31st to June 11th, and that the launch may affect waters in the Yellow Sea, East China Sea, and east of the Philippines' Luzon Island. The Japanese government has warned that this launch would violate United Nations resolutions and is a threat to the peace and safety of Japan, the region, and the international community. In order to launch a satellite into space, North Korea would have to use long-range missile technology, which is banned by the UN Security Council. This has caused Japan to deploy missile defense systems such as PAC-3 and ship-to-air interceptors in southwestern Japan. South Korea has also warned North Korea that they will face consequences if they go ahead with their launch plan. The North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has inspected a finished military spy satellite at his country's aerospace center and approved the launch plan. Japan's Prime Minister Fumio Kishida has said that he is ready to meet Kim Jong-un anytime without preconditions and is making efforts to organize a summit as soon as possible. North Korea has urged Japan to show its sincerity about resuming talks, saying it's necessary to cool-headedly recall why past talks had failed to improve ties. So there you have it, folks, the latest news from North Korea. What news do you have for us, Hussein?
Thank you, Emma. This week we are discussing a new study that looks into whether multivitamins can improve memory. The study found that people taking a multivitamin showed improvements in the ability to recall words. This means that they were able to remember a few more words than the people taking a placebo. Our bodies and brains need many different nutrients to stay healthy and work properly. If we don't get enough of these nutrients from our diet, taking a multivitamin may help us avoid a deficiency. However, it's important to remember that a multivitamin can't replace a healthy diet. Eating lots of fruits and vegetables is linked to a longer life and better quality of life. Good sleep habits, physical activity, and a healthy diet are all important for healthy aging. Vitamins are important too, but it's important to remember that they aren't a substitute for a healthy lifestyle. The study was funded by the National Institutes of Health and other grants, and the vitamins were provided by Pfizer Inc. and Haleon. So if you're looking to improve your memory, eating a healthy diet and taking a multivitamin may be a good place to start. But don't forget to get plenty of sleep and exercise too.
Hussein, it looks like multivitamins can help improve memory, but it's important to remember that a healthy diet is still essential.
Absolutely. Eating lots of fruits and vegetables is linked to a longer life and better quality of life. Good sleep habits, physical activity, and a healthy diet are all important for healthy aging. Vitamins are important too, but they aren't a substitute for a healthy lifestyle. Okay then, what's our next news, Emma?
Thank you, Hussein. We all know that a healthy diet and lifestyle is important for our well-being, but did you know that archiving Black Twitter is also important? It's a delicate and imperfect task, but one woman is trying to make sure that the stories of its history and power are accurately remembered. Black Twitter is a network of people who use the platform to talk about issues that are important to Black life. It's impossible to capture the whole of Black Twitter, so this woman is collecting what are called small histories, parts and pieces of what has happened in this place and time. The power of preserving these stories is that it ensures accurate narratives are told. For example, recently there was coverage that made reference to Nikki Haley, the former governor of South Carolina, signing legislation to take down the Confederate flag over that state's capital following the massacre of the Emanuel 9. But this narrative erased the work of Bree Newsom and her comrades who actually scaled the flagpole at the state capitol and took that flag down. Without the witnessing that folks were able to do on Twitter, that narrative might be lost. The project launched this year, and the woman is working with collaborators and inviting others to join. Everyone who is a part of Black Twitter has a perspective on it, and by that regard, they have something to offer. But with Twitter's future uncertain, this work is more urgent than ever. Twitter is now reaching out to researchers who have large-scale Twitter data sets, and in some cases asking them to delete that data. If that data is deleted, then it leaves those of us who study this grasping for information and records. So let's make sure that the stories of Black Twitter are accurately remembered. Let's join together to archive the small histories of this powerful network and ensure that the truth is told.
Wow, Emma, that's an incredible story. I'm glad someone is taking the initiative to preserve the history of Black Twitter.
Absolutely. It's so important to make sure that the stories of Black Twitter are accurately remembered. We should join together to archive the small histories of this powerful network and ensure that the truth is told.
Absolutely, let's do our part to make sure that the stories of Black Twitter are not forgotten.
Yes, let's do that. Okay, then, what's our next news, Hussein?
Thank you, Emma. Vaccines are a great way to protect us from diseases, and the news about a new measles vaccine delivered via sticker is really exciting. It's like a Band-Aid, but instead of a bandage, it has tiny needles that contain the vaccine in dry form. Scientists tested this new delivery system in the Gambia, and the results were really promising. The vaccine was just as effective as the traditional injection, and it doesn't need to be refrigerated or diluted with water. Plus, it could help reduce waste since any leftover vaccine won't have to be thrown away. The World Health Organization, Centers for Disease Control, and American Red Cross are all working together to make sure this new vaccine is available to everyone, especially those in low-income countries. It could take 5 to 7 years before it's available for sale, but global health groups are already looking for ways to make sure it's affordable. This is great news, and it's especially important for communities with limited access to medical resources. It could be a game changer for preserving the small histories of Black Twitter, ensuring accurate narratives are told and providing access to life-saving treatments. So, let's keep our fingers crossed that this new vaccine patch will be available soon. And in the meantime, let's make sure we all get our regular vaccines to stay healthy and safe. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow.